Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome, this is the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget, and welcome to another Expedition to the Emmys, celebrating TV's biggest night without making a lot of our greenbacks exit stage left. I should say up front that this is more of a general TV-themed week than it is Emmys forward, but it does have that Emmy spirit going for it, a spirit that you can taste, especially in this first review. Somebody Feed Phil, the book. While no human being alive can consume an entire hardcover book, I like to think that little by little we're making scrubs and strides in doing so. And who's the Phil that Netflix is talking about here? Is it Dr. Phil? Is it Phil Donahue? Nah, but rest in peace. No, the Phil they're talking about here is right here. Phil Rosenthal, host of the twice Emmy-nominated Netflix tasty travelogue, which I like to call a taste-a-log for short. And before that, host of PBS's Our Hat What Phil's Having. And before that, creator and executive producer of one of the classiest sitcoms of our time, Everybody Loves Raymond. So yeah, he's a natural humorist and a natural foodie. Nominated for Outstanding Unstructured Reality Program and Lake Street Dives Emmy-nominated Theme, which definitely has some roots in the sitcom world. This Simon Element, Simon & Sister imprint publication retails for $32.50 in the US, $44 in Canada, and was picked up from Red, White, and Blue Thrift Store for $2.99. Now, if you haven't been fed a healthy dose of Somebody Feed Phil on Netflix, here's what you might be missing out on.
Oh, good. I was hoping for a light breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Nice! I've never had a food that you needed to do this for.
Do you need to exit?
When you say exit, what do you mean? Thank you.
Kavala.
Oh my gosh.
I knew this would be awesome. You want to try that? I wanted to take everything I knew about how to tell a story on TV and use it in the service of everything I love in life. And that was family, friends, food, travel, and laughs. Thank you for playing today, Paul. This just came out, and you'll be getting your free copy.
Why didn't they put you on the cover?
Who do you think this is?
I don't know. Is it the glare or what is it? Like, I can't tell. Is it the amount of like Photoshop that's been done on it? I can't. It doesn't really look like you.
Really?
No. In a good way, though.
And if you're still not convinced about this Netflix taste-a-log, then maybe this half travelogue, half cookbook should get you in the mood. This features recipes and stories never before told, and behind-the-scenes photographs, and a good plenty of them, from the first 4 seasons of the series, and over 60 recipes. Pretty dang sweet. The food photography is by Ed Anderson, and the location photography is by Phil's brother, Rich Rosenthal. They're partners in the Lucky Bastards production company, which produces Somebody Feed Phil, alongside 0.0 Productions, Emmy winners for their work with Anthony Bourdain, may he rest in peace too, among others. So yeah, they're quite experienced in the tasty travelogues realm. This is co-authored by Jen Garby. And we have here a whole bunch of places to highlight. 22 episodes in all, 22 places, from Bangkok to Hawaii. I'm gonna highlight 5 cities in here. We're gonna highlight 3 US cities and 2 international cities because we gotta have some global fare here. Global fare and global flair. Let's get started with Saigon. That's right, good Marvel Saigon! Saigon, as you know, is in Vietnam. hence the Good Morning Vietnam reference. Notice I said good morrow, not good morning, to prevent trademark infringement, even though it's a British term. Let's get started. Now, we got a lot of reviews to do and little time to do them, so for time's sake, we're just gonna highlight the recipes. Here we go. A banh mi with chicken liver pate, which comes with Vietnamese style aioli and carrot daikon pickles. Chicken liver pate and banh mi loaves, because you can't have a good banh mi without some quality banh mi loaves. This is a happy salad, which serves 4. This is one of the many recipes that Phil encountered during his travels in Saigon. And by the way, it was renamed after shooting the episode because, according to Phil, it made a lot of people happy. Just looking at that gives you a whole lot of sunshine in a bowl. Citrus and meat and greens, herbs. Why wouldn't that make people happy? It's like a lotus flower that's built up on a plate. And as you're reading this, you'll also be reading the transcripts from calls with Phil's family, just briefing them on what he experienced throughout the world in his tasty travels. His parents, Helen and Max, and his lovely wife, Monica Horan, who played Amy, on and off again girlfriend, and then later wife to Robert on Everybody Loves Raymond. Folks, I did a review of the book, and that'll be linked downstairs if you want to check it out. Next up, a visit to New Orleans. A lot to love in the Big Easy. All the great food and music, the incredible melting pot of French, Spanish, the Old South, the New South, everything mixing together in this gumbo of fun. And in this vast gumbo of deliciousness, we have here Emily's Red Beans and Rice from Emily's Sire, which comes with seasoned rice, flavor upon flavor. Lutenitsa, which serves 6 to 8 as an appetizer. I hope I got that right. Lutenitsa. It's an eggplant-based appetizer. And for 6 to 8 people who just positively stand eggplant for all of its benefits, that would be a good one to take under consideration. Notice the amount of good behind-the-scenes photography that Rich did here. We also have here, Monica, don't be hysterical. You're going to have a lot of drinks in here as well, and this is just so happens to be one of them named after Phil's wife, Monica. That, alongside this collard green melt, came from Turkey and the Wolf in New Orleans. They have a cookbook of their own. This is a vegetarian sandwich worth seeking out, which comes with a homemade recipe for collard greens and coleslaw and cherry pepper Western dressing. We also have here fluffy omelet, almost oysters, mosca, and pasta bolognese. Diversity is America's superpower. And when it becomes delicious diversity, it becomes even more scrumptiously super powerful. How neat is that? New Orleans, one big party on a plate. Or in a pot. Moving on to Venice. No special effects here. Venice itself is the special effect. Hello? When you're in any one of Italy's finest cities, you know that all the special effects are gonna come naturally. And they're gonna come to you on a plate. Like braciola al toro, which serves 2, one for today, one for tomorrow, so either make that a couple's meal or have one now and one for leftovers. Next, linguine alla vongole, which serves 4 linguine alla vongole. Parmesan and champagne, and 5 ages of Parmigiano Reggiano, different temperatures and textures, which serves 1. 5 ways to serve up the finest aged Parmigiano Reggiano you can find. So if we catch anyone using the stuff in the green bottle or anything else, yeah, you're gonna have a word with Phil and I. Back in the States, we head to a city near and dear to my heart, which is, of course, the Big Apple, New York. The center of the known universe. It's Phil's homeland, folks. So naturally, he had to come home. We have recipes here for slog. That's a drink. Sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich, which will serve 4, make 4 sandwiches. Chocolate egg cream. And Helen's 4-star matzo ball soup with dill oil. Along the way, you'll find out how ballerinas really get down with bar food, and discover why nothing says romance more than a New York park bench dedicated to a loving couple. That would be Monica Horan Rosenthal and Philip Rosenthal. Last city to highlight, San Francisco. One of the most beautiful cities on the face of the earth. The Paris of the Pacific. What do I like about San Francisco? The Golden Gate Bridge. We did a cookbook from that city for the Fork on the Road show. It was all about garlic. Oh yeah, and Hollowell Manor. Charmed. As for the food itself, we have here the Mega Cubana. It's a Cuban sandwich done the mega way. With chicken Milanese cutlets, Alice Waters fresh peach crisp or cobbler, with a crisp topping and cream biscuits, and Thomas Keller's fried chicken. If they didn't have a photo for that, oh man, I would downgrade this in a heartbeat. As quintessentially American as it gets. Hey, Phil said it best. Food, the great connector. One of his favorite ways, and one of my favorite ways to say I love you. I'll make this picture walk relatively brief because with 5 great cities and like over a dozen great recipes for this review alone, I think you're all set to binge watch Somebody Feeds Phil. Or just flip through this book again. It garnered rave reviews from foodies such as Nancy Silverton and Roy Choi and Yotam Ottolenghi, and of course, colleagues in the world of entertainment. Gwyneth Paltrow, Allison Janney, Jane Fonda, oh yeah, and Ray Rosenthal. You get to see all the quotes right here for yourself. But really, my review is as follows. 4.5 out of 5 claps. Now they ought to retitle this, like Everybody Feeds Phil. Then again, Somebody Feed Phil is more sitcom-ish than Everybody Feeds Phil, although we all could definitely understand the reference to that. In any event, Phil is feeding us in return heaping helpings of humor and heart, 2 essential elements for a great travelogue. And, of course, plenty of delicious food from around the world. That's what makes it a delicious taste-a-log. One that, by my standards and the TV Academy standards, is almost golden. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.